Hello, dear children. Now it's time for story writing. Okay, now you need to learn how to write a story. What is a story writing? That is very important question. What is a story writing? In fact, in your previous year, you all must have learned how to write a story, but it's a quick revision for you. Not a quick revision, but I'll also add several different aspects of writing a story. And in fact, you are going to learn a little new ideas about the story writing. Okay, now let's start the discussion and explanation about the story writing. So let's understand what is a story writing all about. A story writing is a work of fiction or imagination. Okay, fiction means which is not real. Obviously, which is not real is imaginary. Okay, it is all about imagination, your imagination, that is usually written in easily understandable grammatical structure. Easily understandable means whatever you write, your story should be understandable easily. Everyone should be able to understand your story, and it should have correct grammar, it should have correct grammatical structure. Okay, with natural flow of speech. So it should show that you have written it with full feelings. Okay, with full feelings, with natural flow of speech. It means you should show your uh, simplicity. Okay, no creative, no materialistic thoughts. Be natural. Okay, story writing is meant to be read at single sitting, and therefore it should be as direct, as brief as possible. Okay, as direct and brief as possible. So it means uh, how should be a story actually. Okay, a story should be written in such a way that you should be able to read it in one single sitting. Single sitting means एक ही बार में आप पढ़ लो, so you will not give a gap. आज आधी पढ़ लेते कल फिर से पढ़ लेंगे. It should not happen with the reader. You should be able to hold the attention of the readers. Okay, you should be able to hold the attention of the readers. Why? Because you need to create the interest in the reader's mind. Okay, पढ़ने वालों को interest आना चाहिए. So in one single sitting, at a single sitting, it means, what do you understand by this? Everyone should read the story in first attempt only. Okay, they should not give a gap. Typically story writing has five key elements. Okay, this is very important. Key elements, five key elements are very important to write a story. So what is the very first thing in a story? It should be character. Fewer is better means बहुत ज़्यादा character मत डालो. So less characters can be better idea to write a story. Setting, what do you understand by the word setting? Brief but poetic and vivid. Okay, so setting should be brief but poetic and vivid. I'll explain you this particular term later, but now you should know the meaning of the word setting. I guess I have already explained you in the previous year. What do you understand by the word setting? Setting means the background of the story, the things, the props used. मतलब किस जगह पे, गार्डन में स्टोरी है, कमरे में है. ओके, कमरे में क्या चीज़ें रखी हुई है, व्हाट ऑल प्रॉप्स आर यूज्ड. ओके, is if it is in the garden, then the explanation of the garden, how beautiful is it. If the story is the scene is taking place in the market, then there can be stalls, different things. Okay, the different customers, and several things can happen if the story's scene is set in a market, in a garden, or in a public place. Okay, in a park, in an office, anywhere, in a house. Okay, this particular thing is known as setting. मतलब किस जगह पे स्टोरी का सीन सेट हुआ है. ब्रीफ बट पोएटिक एंड विविड. सो इट शुड बी पोएटिक. मीन्स पोएटिक डजेंट मीन कि पोएम की तरह लगना चाहिए सेटिंग, बट इट शुड बी एक्सप्लेन्ड इन पोएटिक वे वेरी नाइसली एंड विथ सिंप्लिसिटी. विविड मीन्स क्लियर. ये नया वर्ड है आपके लिए. Okay, VIVID, vivid means clear. It should be crystal and clear, nicely explained in the story. Now here the time comes for the word plot. What is the next element? Third element is plot. Plot means sequence of the story. Okay, प्लॉट मीन्स सीक्वेंस ऑफ द स्टोरी, हाउ शुड बी अ स्टोरी, एक सीन के बाद दूसरा सीन कैसा आएगा, क्या आएगा. Okay, that you need to set properly. Okay, and it should again be simple and interesting, as simple as and interesting as possible, as simple and interesting as possible. Okay, now let's see what is the fourth element here. As you can see, the fourth element is conflict. Conflict means problem. If it is a story, there will always be a problem. Okay, there will always be a problem and its solution. That particular thing is known as conflict. Fourth element is conflict, which means there is a problem and the solution of the story. Always there will be a problem and solution of the story. Okay, you'll have to be very crystal and clear to know about what problem you want to mention in your story writing, and what interesting fact and solution you want to give. Okay, and theme means, it is also important part. Theme means what is the style of the story. Is it a science fiction, is it a adventurous story, or is it a family story, और what kind of background is of the story, that is known as theme. Okay, इससे आपको mood समझ में आता है. Is it a sad, happy, okay, interesting, adventurous, or romantic, or unromantic, or is it about distrust, or disbelief, किसी को धोखा देना. But means there can be several themes about the stories. Okay, story writing can be written in different themes. Okay, that is the meaning of theme. Okay, so this was all about the elements in the story. Now let's discuss different aspects of the characters here. Okay, so because characters are quite important, that is the reason will discuss it in detail. A character is someone or something that takes part in actions depicted in the short story. What do you understand by this? A character is someone or something. Means why something? Because character is not real. ठीक है, that takes part in actions. Okay, who takes parts in action? The character. कौन action करेगा, कौन dialogue बोलेगा, okay, main story को आगे कौन बढ़ाएगा. So only characters can do this thing, right? So this that is the reason characters are quite important. It could be a living person, okay, a dead person, a ghost, मतलब भूत प्रेत, an imaginary character, a robot, a dog, a toy, unlimited list. Okay, a toy can also be a character. Toy Story movie तो देखी होंगी आपने. Okay, so this particular thing is very interesting. There can be different sorts of character, good characters, bad character, imaginary, ghosts, dead person. मरे हुए लोग भी character हो सकते, because they are dead. The explanation of that person can be given as character. Okay, so depends on the mood of the story. The golden rule for selecting characters in a story writing is fewer are better. Okay, this is golden rule for it. What do you understand by fewer and better? Fewer and better it means less characters are is the best idea to write a story. So don't be very less. ऐसा नहीं कि एक दो character में ही खत्म कर दिया, ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए. Use at least 4 to 5 characters and finish it off. Okay, and you'll create very interesting story by adding good characters in it. Okay, a story writing would more effectively convey its meaning if it has very few characters. Okay, if it has few characters, then it can just be conveyed to the readers effectively. काफ़ी अच्छे से लोगों तक स्टोरी का मैसेज पहुंच जाएगा if there are less number of characters in the story. One protagonist. Yes, this is again a new word for you. Protagonist means main character. What do you understand by this word? Main character. Okay, so one protagonist, one other main character means after protagonist there can be one another main character, and no supporting or side characters would be ideal. Okay, so protagonist and another main character will be ideal character, main character होते हैं, लेकिन supporting character और side characters को बहुत ज़्यादा importance नहीं होता. Okay, this is the meaning of this particular sentence. Characterization is very essential part of it. Okay, Animating character with perfect adjectives and examples are a must. However, typically, while writing short stories, do not overdo the characterization. Okay, what do you understand by this? You should be able to describe the characters by using interesting perfect adjectives. Adjectives means कैरेक्टर को ठीक से डिस्क्राइब करते आना चाहिए आपको यूजिंग करेक्ट एडजेक्टिव्स ओके नाइस एडजेक्टिव्स ओके नाइस विथ नाइस एग्जाम्पल्स ओके एंड it should not fall overdo okay do not fall overdo the characterization it means बहुत ज़्यादा उसको एक ही कैरेक्टर को बहुत ज़्यादा खींचना भी नहीं है okay don't just overdo with the characterization also okay so this is all about the characters and I will just explain the next thing in my next lecture. That's all for today, and whatever notes you are observing in this video clip, take the screenshot and start writing in your English notebook, okay? And in fact I'll provide you these screenshots also, don't worry. But if the video is quite clear, then you can in fact pause and write or take the screenshot and write it. Thank you so much, take care.